Live from Arkansas' streaming news leader, this is THV 11 Morning News at 7 on THV 11 Plus.
Good Tuesday morning, everybody. Thanks for joining us here on THV 11 Plus. Already been a great morning on THV 11. Now you get 2 additional hours. And I'm just excited because not only is it a beautiful Tuesday, beautiful weather, we are 10 days from Halloween.
That's right, it is.
We are. Yeah.
And we were talking about reports that people are going to spend 13 billion, Americans spending 13 billion on Halloween.
Yeah,
costumes, candy. Candy's expensive.
Probably believe that since I was looking at dog costumes last night.
And the costumes for the pets.
I sent Ashley, I'm like, we could do this, and George could be this.
She was sending me messages like, oh,
we're not going to have electricity in our house because we didn't pay the bill. But
Yeah.
by God, we've got dog costumes for Halloween. So
I
there
just
you
wish
go.
a cat would stay in a costume. You could not. You'd be injured trying to get one in
Not
it.
unless the cat wants it.
Exactly. That's it, Tracy. Yeah. If they want it, it'll be done. If not, how is traffic going out there today?
It's a little busy this morning. Yesterday was pretty nice. We really didn't have any major issues because of a couple of schools that were out. But I know Pulaski County Special School District is back today. I believe Bryant's still on their fall break, so maybe not as busy today. But in Saline County, we do have an issue I want to talk about. There is an accident. This is around Haskell Highway 70. It is near I-30. It's 70 eastbound, and it is blocking the right-hand shoulder and right lane. So just be aware. You can see it's kind of slowing traffic down here, and it's going to take some time for them to clear this. This is what it looks like right now. We have ambulance and we have emergency vehicles that are on the scene right now working this. As the sun is coming up, we're getting a better idea of what's going on there. As far as our slowdowns go, let's take a closer look. It's slow here at the North Terminal Interchange. Not too bad. It's looking pretty good on 57 southbound. Used to be 167, moving at 62 miles per hour. A little bit slow, though, as you're coming off of I-40 onto I-30 to cross the Arkansas River Bridge. And this is what it looks like around Alexander and 30 eastbound as you're headed towards the Little Rock Outlet Mall area. So that's about it. Our drive times into downtown Little Rock still looking pretty good. It's starting to increase by a couple of minutes, but Tracy, not too bad right now. We'll keep an eye on it, though.
All right, out there right now, we do have some clouds. I was hoping to give you a pretty sunrise, but those clouds are still a little thick. This is associated with that frontal boundary that came through last night. Again, yesterday we had that southerly breeze, and today it's more of a northerly breeze, but it's got to blow on out of here first before we can see that pretty sky. But it's coming, I promise you, around 7:19. You won't know it, though. Sunrise is at 7:19. Sunset 6:25. We are looking at temperatures right now, 63, a bit warmer than what we had yesterday because of that southerly breeze warming us up, but that front that came through, well, it's going to bring us right back down for tomorrow morning. Looking for the morning temperatures to be in the 40s again, but we've got a little northerly breeze around 10 miles per hour, so not too bad out there. Mainly 50s and 60s across the state. One little 40 there, and then a 71. You know, one extreme to the other in Arkansas. But we'll talk more about this weather, and fall's going to last a little bit longer, and also some rain maybe for the weekend coming up.
I'm just here.
A potential tragedy stopped before it could unfold at the world's busiest airport. Developing this morning, police say they arrested a man accused of plotting to open fire at Atlanta's Hartsfield-Jackson International.
Officers moving in on 49-year-old Billy Joe Cagle as he was allegedly plotting at the domestic terminal. They say he parked his truck near the entrance and was scouting the TSA checkpoint. Police were tipped off when a family member alerted them, saying they saw Cagle live stream threats to attack the airport with an AR-15 rifle.
When officers searched his vehicle, they found that weapon loaded with 27 rounds. Now, investigators describe Cagle as mentally challenged. He now faces multiple charges, including terroristic threats and firearm possession.
I do believe that Mr. Cagle was headed back to his truck to retrieve it, and I do believe he was likely to use that weapon inside the crowded terminal that he had just seen.
Our investigators were able to quickly determine what kind of vehicle he was in, get very recent pictures of that vehicle, and get all those over to the Atlanta Police Department in a timely manner, and ultimately get this, what could have been a crisis, averted.
Atlanta's mayor credits quick action and a public tip for preventing a mass shooting, saying see something, say something made the difference.
All of this comes as travelers face longer TSA wait times, a ripple effect of staffing shortages tied to the ongoing government shutdown. Travelers are feeling those effects, with the Senate now voting and failing 11 times to pass a plan to reopen the government, with the standoff entering now day 21. Democrats are holding firm on extending health care subsidies, while Republicans push back on new spending. Yesterday, the Department of Energy furloughed 80% of the workers who oversee the nation's nuclear stockpile. House Speaker Mike Johnson says he'd bring the House back to vote if the Senate passes something.
Yes, I don't have any faith that they're going to pass it, though. I think they're going to continue to play games.
Senate Republicans are to meet with President Trump today to talk about smaller funding bills that could pay essential workers, including the military. This marks the third longest shutdown in U.S. history, closing in on the 35-day record that came during Trump's first term.
While much of the focus has been on Washington during this shutdown, the ripple effects are now being felt right here at home.
Emergency response teams in Arkansas say they are now caught in a crisis. THV 11's Tamer Knight shows us what's at stake for your community when help may not be able to arrive in time. Tamer?
Well, good morning, Karen and Hayden. It's a critical issue you don't see until you need it. Arkansas Ambulance Services say payments have stopped, resources are thinning, and response times may suffer. As the federal shutdown drags on, Arkansas first responders say they're being forced to do more with less. And for ambulance crews, the situation is critical for the communities they serve. Ken Kelly, CEO of ProMed Ambulance, says most ambulance providers across Arkansas rely heavily on Medicare, sometimes up to 60% of their funding. But now those payments are on pause. Without that money, ambulance units may sit idle, not from lack of need, but lack of funding. And in small towns, the hit is even harder. Temporary add-on Medicare payments that help offset low call volumes expired weeks ago and haven't been renewed.
It's going to be a tremendous administrative burden. So our first responders would have to be on the scene longer, waiting on the transport ambulance to arrive. And then there are certain added costs to them. This also will impact our hospitals. It could cause longer transfer times in getting patients to the definitive care of a specialist that they might need.
Ambulance services are now relying on emergency funds just to stay afloat. Kelly says they will be forced to close their doors, leaving a gap in the community if the shutdown continues to linger. Now, you at home are encouraged to speak up and speak out in your community about the importance of these services. For THV 11 News, I'm Tamer Knight.
All right, Tamer, thank you. Hopefully the shutdown ends sooner rather than later. Of course, thinking about all those folks affected here at home.
Yes.
Well, the Supreme Court is set to decide whether people who use illegal drugs should be allowed to own guns. The case challenges a federal law that bans drug users from having firearms. The Trump administration defending that rule, saying it's a narrow limit meant to keep guns out of dangerous hands. It stems from a 2023 case where the FBI found a handgun, marijuana, and cocaine in a man's home. A lower court threw out the charge, citing a recent Supreme Court ruling that expanded gun rights. The government says this case focuses on drug use, not gun ownership, the same law used to convict and later pardon former President Biden's son, Hunter Biden.
Arkansas Attorney General Tim Griffin is announcing that 7 people are now facing charges tied to Medicaid fraud. Investigators say the suspects billed for services they never provided, falsified patient records, and even spent clients' money on personal items. Griffin says his office is cracking down on anyone who exploits vulnerable Arkansans, adding that those who steal from patients or taxpayers will be held fully accountable. On money, getting ready for college got a little easier for students in the Little Rock School District.
The district teaming up with UA Little Rock to help students earn college credit and even an associate degree before they graduate high school. District and the university leaders unveiled the new partnership on Monday, saying it gives students a strong head start on college while cutting down the cost of higher education.
Some students say they're already seeing the benefits, earning credits now that will count toward their future degree. Those credits go on an official college transcript, just like they would if the student attended college.
And the best part, they can transfer those hours to any accredited university across the country. Also happening today, University of Arkansas Chancellor Charles Robinson speaking at the Little Rock Rotary Club. He'll highlight how the university is helping students succeed and driving economic growth across the state. Robinson will also talk about the school's efforts in research and community outreach, showing how higher education impacts all Arkansans. The event runs from noon until 1 p.m. at the Clinton Presidential Library, where attendees can hear directly about the university's Reach Higher mission.
And now let's check in with Ashley King and look at the traffic this morning.
Hey guys, so it's starting to get a little bit busier on our roads right now, but we've been working or watching this accident that they're working right now on Highway 70 near I-30 in Haskell. We'll get a closer look at what's going on there, and we have a live traffic view too, but you can see it's really slowing things down. They've been working on this. This is on I-70, blocking that one lane and the right-hand shoulder. It's 70 eastbound, and this is a look right now. We can see a better idea of what's going on there now that the sun is up, and it looks like several vehicles involved in this accident at this interchange. Also some slowdowns to talk about. North Terminal Interchange not looking really too bad this morning so far. 57 looks good if you're traveling southbound around McCain, and then it's a little bit slow as you're coming off of 40 onto I-30 at 27 miles per hour. Here on 30 eastbound around Alexander and up to the 430 interchange, about 29 miles per hour, and our drive times into downtown Little Rock, this is what it looks like. So not bad right now. We don't have any orange off to the far right, so that means that it's still in that normal range. Tracy?
That's good. We will take it. We are seeing a pretty quiet morning weather-wise, except we do have some showers, and that is thanks to the frontal boundary that came through last night. Still settled in southern Arkansas, seeing some lightning and thunder from Lincoln County there. Just had a friend chat in and say that they are seeing a little bit there, but we're going to start to see that push on out of here before long. We are still seeing those clouds associated with that boundary, but back behind that, we're mainly looking at some beautiful blue skies today. So overall, not too bad, but 63 out there. We've got a little northerly breeze around 10 miles per hour. Current temperatures around the state, we can certainly see that cooler air that's beginning to filter in. Fayetteville, the only one that has those 40s this morning. Check out Texarkana, 71. So big difference there in those temperatures, and we're looking at a much different temperature difference. Yesterday, we were cooler. We were negative, we'll say 20 degrees cooler, but this morning, 24 hours later, we are anywhere from 17, it looks like, to 25 degrees warmer as we are looking at just waiting on that cooler air to make it to us. But we're going to see those afternoons being real nice. But look, tomorrow morning, you're going to need that jacket. 40s are back for a little while. We'll talk more about that and those rain chances for the weekend.